This is an opportune moment to introduce Marion kabahuma. Marion kabahuma, the plight of special needs children. The plight of special needs children, Marion kabahuma.
Chris Jami, a famous writer, talks about vulnerability. To show your weaknesses, to share your weaknesses is to show your vulnerability. And to share your vulnerability is to show your strength. Toastmasters and guests, I'm here to share about the plight of children with special needs and dwelling specifically on children with Down syndrome. One day I was watching a game on social media, and they had brought a young man, big in stature, and put with a small boy, because the people that prepared the game already knew what the big boy would come out with in this game. So they put these two boys in the ring to fight, and the other small man beat this able-bodied boy, so it was assumed. And the young man just went, after he was beaten, he went and picked his shirt, put it on, pulled his chair, and sat. Social media will present all these things and we laugh about them. You're wondering, why hasn't this boy retaliated and fought back after he has been punched in the chest? There was lack of understanding of who they were fighting. And to them, it was fun. To the spectators, it was fun. The next season I watched was when I had taken my children for swimming. And there were 6 children in the pool and they were competing. This child with Down syndrome, God has blessed them so much. They have so much love. They are so empathetic. They wish the best for the rest of the people around them. So they were in the swimming pool, and off the whistle was blown and the boys started swimming. So this boy with Down syndrome had come from a good background where he was exposed to all these things. So he knew how to swim. He was so fast. He swam and reached somewhere in the middle of the water, looked back and saw all his other counterparts in the water lagging behind. So he decided to stand. If he had continued, he would have won the race. But because he didn't want to leave everyone behind, he decided to wait for them and come. And when everybody else had bypassed him, he decided to swim. And indeed, they won the prize. The boy with Down syndrome did not win. The third instance I observed, was when a child with Down syndrome, whose parents did not know what Down syndrome is about, what to expect from these children. They left him, he didn't go to school, so he always carried people's rubbish to the rubbish pit, to a place where rubbish was collected and it wasn't gazetted for that function. So Kampala Capital City Authority officials, enforcement officials, found him throwing garbage in a place here at Impedere. They found him throwing garbage on the road, and they beat him up to pulp, and this young man died. The plight of children with special needs. These are the dangers our children go through. I happen to be a mother of a child, with special needs, a child with Down syndrome. I will score so low on this speech. I'm getting so emotional. Have you met children with Down syndrome? Do you know how their features look like? Do you know how they behave? They are very intellectually challenged, that you'll not, as an understanding person, put them to any competition with normal children who do not understand, or if you as a parent understand these children, you will not love to put them in a place where they're going to be victimized, a place where they're going to be laughed at, like in a boxing ring, where you know they are not going to fight back and defend themselves. You're not going to do it as a parent, you're not going to do it even when you're related to them. We have a saying in our language that you only laugh at a mad person when you're not related to them. So we only laugh at these things, at people wrestling seeing people wrestling in a ring with a chair. Sorry, I'm sorry. So we only get to laugh at them when we are not related to them. So over time, after watching all these scenarios and several others that we have shared in several platforms where we belong, we stopped laughing at them, but we learned a lot of lessons. I have learned to be more prayerful about the plight of children with Down syndrome, with special needs, other special needs that we shall not be able to mention in the moment. I have learned to be very generous to parents who support, to people who support children with special needs, because it's not a mean task to look after these children, having to buy Pampers for a 16, 17-year-old. I have learned not to jump to conclusions about situations that I do not understand. I have learned to seek knowledge, to understand why things happen the way they do, so that I will advise the next mother when such a thing happens. I have learned to go out and advocate for these children. And it is for this reason that we are in this place. I would like to start a project that takes care of these children, so that mothers, so that parents, so that siblings of these children will go out there and look for an income to support these children. I'm calling upon the audience that I'm speaking to today. Will you join me in this cause, so that we cause a difference in this Uganda, where especially knowledge about children with special needs is concerned, is less, where it is not known, where you only get to hear about these things when we speak about them or when you are related to these children. Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.